the guys in our office who help you find places to sell your product. If you do want to export, we have your foreign trade zones. And again, we already talked about this, but the streamlined regulations is something we're working on. So this is the team. You know, feel free to call me. Number up there is my cell phone number. So that's, you know, we are very serious about being partners with business, partners with communities, partners with government, to help create jobs out there. So I want to thank all of you for coming today. I want to thank all of you, especially the ones that you all told me the program. Takes a lot of courage. Be happy to answer any questions that are out there. Want to get a question?
Well, I did, but now that you asked me, I'll make it up.
Okay. Thanks.
What's kind of the environment right now that capital for startup businesses, startup that are doing like second level financing?
It's tough. You know, one thing that we saw, I don't think I'm talking out of school, but the Invesco's, when they were set up, they were giving government grant money to do that. But those guys took some very safe ways out. You know, we want them to invest in more real venture capital activity. Our commissioner said yesterday, he said, you know, the early press on those is going to be very bad because the first, you know, some of those companies are going to fail, and they usually fail early. But, and I can't remember the exact recipe, but out of, you know, 5 companies that start, probably 2 are going to fail, one's going to do okay, one's going to do a little bit better than okay, and the last one will knock it out of the park. And that's what, you know, you go for it in terms of, and all this money that's made, you know, when they loan them money, they don't just loan them money, they take a share of the company, and then that share of the company will be sold later on. That money will go back into this venture capital fund to fund future venture capital things. And that's one thing that Archie's done a great job with that. One of the things he's done a great job with a lot of pieces of that puzzle, but he's also brought access to venture capital to those guys. But he also teaches them how to do marketing, how to do distribution, how to do the business plan, and those are some of the things that we need to copy when we roll forward.
Rich, thanks for making us all feel insignificant with your bio, but
I got my mother right there before she passed away.
The state's done a good job in certain industries. You know, we've got a really good niche in healthcare and automobiles. What other industries are we trying to get started here and get those up and running?
Well, one thing the governor's done is he's had what we call cluster dinners, but he's had dinners at the governor's mansion, probably 30 or 40 people each, from transportation, automobiles, healthcare, and their, I didn't say distribution, you know, certainly those are parts of it, to invite, you know, their people here, their suppliers here, you know, companies like Dollar General, larger companies have been there. So it's essentially around those 6 clusters that we talked about, you know, the advanced manufacturing. You know, when you want to be the #1 state in Southeast for high-paying jobs, you know, you don't want to just create manufacturing. You want to advance level things. So we've got a good head start with a lot of things we've already got going on with healthcare. There's a lot of research here with that. We just need to keep that ball rolling and move forward. Yeah.
I work with Michael Bertram, and I think he's a wonderful guy, but the whole 10 Invesco program is simply about making a bunch of venture capitals much wealthier. Now they offer a program which means that they will take an inordinate share of company ownership and provide you a little expertise. My recommendation would be for the state to really look at how you can get a new business up and running without having someone tell you that they need to own the majority of your company.
I hear what you're saying. That whole 10 Invesco methodology is all being looked at. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. So. Yes?
Reggie, you mentioned wanting to give greater focus and attention to small business assistance. I'd like to know, is there any incentives on the horizon for new service-oriented businesses who need
training as far as incentives like we do for the manufacturer, the headquarters, the call centers. I don't know that there are, because the other thing the state looks at, which I think I alluded to a little bit, was what jobs create other jobs. You know, in retail, while it's important that we have those, and we've had tremendous growth and expansion, and it's helped the tax base and everything else in Hendersonville. Typically, retail and some of these service industries don't spin off other jobs to the level of, say, call centers, the automobile, you know, the advanced manufacturing do. So that's kind of the guiding light in terms of why we're doing it that way. It's not to discriminate against small business or anything like that. Anybody else? Okay. Thank you very much. It's been a great audience. Thank you.
All righty, thank you very much. That was great information. Okay, next we have announcements. The Hendersonville Medical Center has an introduction today. Stacy?
I'm Stacy with Hendersonville Medical Center. I wanted to welcome Dr. William Norris to the Hendersonville community and Sumner County community. Dr. Norris is a gastroenterologist that just recently joined Dr. Howard and Handy in Hendersonville. Something very special to know about Dr. Norris is he just now became a civilian. Spent 9 years in the military, in the Army. Down so that I wouldn't get it wrong. He was deployed to Iraq. Well, just let me deployed. Sorry.
Yeah, I was deployed to Iraq in 2009 during the surge with 1st Cav Division, and I was in northern Iraq with a combat team for 7 months.
And you received the Bronze Star. To be here. He has two children, three children. So we're excited. Welcome.
And thank you very much for your service.
Thank you.
Next we have the display tables. Two are our display tables today. We have Aaron Academy, Green Village Recycling, Rock Castle, and World Ventures. You want to come up and tell us a little bit about your business and what you're doing today? Aaron Academy?
Hi, my name is Darlene Murphy, and I'm representing Aaron Academy Homeschool Education. Just real quick, a few reasons why to homeschool. Isn't just for religious reasons, which a lot of people do choose that, but my personal story is my son has ADHD, does not learn real well in a classroom setting, was showing severe signs of stress. My husband and I did not really know what to do. He was basically not learning, and so I made the difficult decision to quit work and come home and homeschool. And my husband and I were like, okay, what are we going to do for sports? Because my son loves to play sports. And so in talking with Aaron Academy, they did not have a chamber rep. So I talked to them and said, I love the Chamber of Commerce. I'll be your rep. So we started this corporate sponsorship program and talks about all the different types of sports that we offer as Aaron Academy. We play other Christian schools, and we travel. We had teams come as far as Memphis. We traveled to Bell Buckle. We traveled to Franklin. And this year, we're proud to announce that we have a middle school football program. My son is in it, and I have some cute pictures of number 3 over there. we're not doing too great on our games right now, but when you first start out a program, it doesn't take, you're not going to come out as the champions, but we're going to be a very well-oiled machine. And these kids coming up for high school, we're going to be doing really good, like the high school team players are doing right now. And also, we're at the table, I have a list of children that have actually got scholarships through the homeschool sports. So it's not impossible to get scholarships to go on to college or anything like that. It's just homeschool is for children who basically who need the extra hand. You know, and if you do it, wonderful. If not, public school works for you. Then my daughter's a public school graduate, goes to MTSU. So anyway, if you're interested, come by the table and you know. See you.
And has everybody put their business cards in their bowls for their drawings? Does anybody have a business card they want to put in? Okay. Next we have Green Village Recycling. Jason? Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, thank you. We'll do a drawing here at the end. First of all, I wanted to thank the Chamber. We're a new business this year to the Hendersonville and Sumner County market. And wanted to really say that the Chamber has done a tremendous job for us. We've been involved in leads meetings and attended a couple of the lunches. I'm Jason DeStefano, I'm the owner of Green Village Recycling, and I have a couple of members of our team, Chris Parker, Stan, Lee Haynes, and Summer Ellis, our office manager. I also wanted to give a big thanks to Charles Alexander at the Tennessee Small Business Development Center of Ball State, because he really helped us launch our business. Early on, this was just an idea, and it was on paper. Charles was with us the whole way, and really helped us start a business here in Hendersonville. I also wanted to give a big thanks to Charles Alexander at the Tennessee Small Business Development Center of Ball State, because he really helped us launch our business. Early on, this was just an idea, and it was on paper. Charles was with us the whole way, and really helped us start a business here in Hendersonville. We launched our business in July, and we reached our first milestone of 100 customers since July, so we're pretty excited about that. We also recently launched a retail website called Green Village Living, which is a site for sustainable living products. So we're trying to do more than just recycling. We're trying to actually offer the full service and services that support sustainable living. We are currently serving businesses in Gallatin Square. In Hendersonville, we have probably the smallest business in Hendersonville recycling with us, Cave Express. And you know the little tiny coffee shop. There's like 2 people that can fit in there, and 3 maybe on a rainy day. And they recycle, and that got me thinking, you know, hey, if this tiny little business can find a way to take their paper and their plastic and their cans and recycle it, we come by, we make it super easy. All of us in this room are business leaders. We really want to show residential folks and other businesses across the region that we're involved in sustainable living. And I would say if there was one takeaway that I can leave you with about Green Village Recycling is this. This container is kind of like a magic box. It used to be that you had to have 3 or 4 different containers to recycle in. We provide single stream services. So that means that everything that you have in your house or your business, paper, plastic, cardboard, aluminum, books, whatever, goes into one container. We make it super easy. We come by and pick it up for you. So please, if you get an opportunity, stop by our booth, by our table.